you. All right. Okay. Hello, everybody, once again. Before I jump into that, I just want to say congratulations to Lina Mansour and best of luck with your next book. It's definitely a wonderful achievement, so congratulations. I feel most of our speakers today, they all had a very common overall based topic, speaking about inspiration and never giving up and strive for what you believe in. Just keep going and don't give up on yourself. So that's a really good empowerment topic. I feel self-care is definitely something. So thank you for choosing all of those topics. So first off, I'm going to start off the first speaker, that was Pooja. So your topic was about self-esteem. So as I said, it's a very it's a topic to spread awareness on. In terms of your content, I really did like it. You had a good message. I would have appreciated your camera being on. It would have helped some sort of a connection, but I did notice that you had some technical issues. Maybe in the future, if maybe at least having a PowerPoint or something to actually keep the audience caught on to your presentation. So there's a little bit there to engage. If your camera cannot be on due to circumstances, that's understandable. But if you can add on to something such as a presentation or a video clip, something of that sort, so you can actually drive in and pull in the audience and you don't think they're drifting off. So that would have been really great. In terms of filler words, I did notice a couple of ums. What I would suggest is replay this recording and try counting how many filler words you've actually made, that it be ums and ahs. I did catch a couple of ums. And another thing is filler words such as like, and stuff like that. Just keep a note on it. And I would say if you are really keen on improving, just go ahead and count how many of them that you've used. And then the next challenge would be trying to avoid them. It is really hard. If I watch mine, I am aware that I'm using quite a few. A best way to minimize it is to pause, don't say anything, just keep quiet until you remember your next point. So that's a little tip to improve that. I love the personal example that actually personalized your story. And I really like the structure too. You gave an issue and you gave a solution. So that was a well structured presentation note speech. So good for you. A big pat on the back for you, Pooja. Wonderful. Next up is Amina. You gave up a very good message of live your life, and that is wonderful. I do believe in that. You have to push through even through the darkest days to come up as a rainbow, if I may say. Thanks for turning on your camera. You did use a couple of filler words at the start as ums and ahs, but once you did start your story, there were close to none. I did like your tone of voice. It was very soothing. It was very, it wasn't more of a high pitch, not, your variation was small, but your tone was very soothing. So that actually did help out with your story. I liked the pauses. It was a very, a narrative experience. It was like I was listening to a story. So that was really good. One of the other things that I really did like about your speech is you had really some good phrases in, and that was really, it was nice to hear. I did catch one and I did write one down that says success would not like my resume, and that was really nice. I do like that that you added some really different phrases in. It did I actually like hearing that, so I actually enjoyed it. So thank you, and another round of applause for you as well. Hanan Ali, you had the story about the Alex lemonade stand, and it was a very inspirational story. It was more of telling us, don't give up, nothing can stop you, nothing is impossible. That was kind of the underlined tone of the message for your speech, which was really good. I could see some hand movement, and I would have asked maybe is next time on was just try to put your camera a little bit lower so I could have seen it, because it just kept cutting down. It was up here and I couldn't see more. Maybe pull your hands up a little bit, or keep it or lower your camera angle and make sure that it is audible. I'm sorry, visible. My words. Then another thing is a really good part that I liked in your story that you made it personalized was you telling what you took away from the story. You're like, yes, there are many things to take away from, but I thought that what I took away from it was selflessness, and that was great. I personally, that was a personal touch that you gave, which was really good, and it helped me connect with you a lot more. So that was really great. Yeah, and up next with the speeches is Amna. So again, for you, one of the things that I did repeat earlier is having a camera on or have some sort of an interaction, such as PowerPoint of some sort. I do understand that there are technical difficulties, but if it is possible, go ahead and do so. It just adds that little bit more of a connection. It draws the audience in, because in the end, what you have to always remember is we are always looking for something to pay our attention to, and the moment there's no face or there's no nothing, I can immediately get distracted to something else or look at something else or even take up my phone. It's to give the audience that little bit more of a pull, so you don't lose them during your speech. Another thing a challenge for you would be is to speak from memory and try to have some sort of a personal story, have a few lines memorized and try to tell the rest from your own. So it just adds that bit more of a personal touch. So that would be one bit of a challenge for you from your next speech. But otherwise, I really loved it. It was very clear. It was very well paced. I didn't have to think like, oh, I missed something. It didn't hit me that way. So that was really good. Apart from that, yeah, you all did really good today. And I'm hopefully, if you have any feedback for me, well, please do. Whatever you'd like to hear more of or anything, leave me a message, and I would definitely like to improve. And I hope that I have provided you some helpful insights and your next speeches to incorporate in your next speeches. But that's it. Back to Ashraf.
Thank you, Lubna. And anybody else has got any comments or feedback? Amina, speakers, Pooja, anybody wanted to say any comments?
Hi, am I audible? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I just wanted to tell Lubna that she is doing such an awesome job. Like, it takes a lot of pressure and energy to listen to each one of us and then writing them down and understanding that what we are saying, and then at the same time finding the errors in it and giving us the feedback, at the same time trying to enjoy it is such a huge Herculean task, and I have to give it up for you. And yeah, thank you for doing it. So this is the feedback that you asked, I guess.
Thank you. That means so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.